What's up, you goofy goobers? Today we're gonna do something a little different. I just watched Silver Linings Playbook for the first time, and I guess I wanted to give this a little movie review. Silver Linings Playbook is a movie that came out in 2012, and the main stars are Bradley Cooper and Jennifer Lawrence, and then you got like Robert De Niro, Chris Tucker, and some other people. I'd never really seen a movie like it. I mean, it was a love story. The main character is Bradley Cooper. His name is Pat Solitano. I'm just gonna say Pat. He's pretty much a character that we learn is manic and also depressive, and he finds out that he's an undiagnosed bipolar. So pretty much most of the movie is him trying to figure it out, find a level playing field, talking with the therapist, understanding the medications he might have to take and stuff like that. And it's just normally movies it's kind of iffy when they portray mental illness. I don't really know how well he portrayed a full bipolar person, but this is like the first time I'm seeing Bradley Cooper as like acting manic. They portrayed him at like 4 at night reading these entire books and stuff like that. I thought that was pretty humorous. He's like, what the no, it was actually phenomenal in how he portrayed the character. I could see that he definitely put a lot of work into it, at least studying maybe patients like that. I don't really know the backstory. And then later on, the movie introduces Tiffany, who's played by Jennifer Lawrence, and she seems okay at first, kind of like an emo chick or somebody who is more quiet or kind of like silent but deadly kind of thing. And I think they like instantly fall in love, or not instantly, but there's that mutual interest, and then pretty much they're just neither one of them want to be there, and they just end up leaving the people that they were supposed to meet up with. I don't want to give too many spoilers as I'm reviewing this movie, but I think this movie is definitely one of the more it's unique in how they portray the love interests of each other. As in, normally it's like, oh, you got the main character, he kind of like eyeballing the female or the male, and then they kind of learn about each other as they go, and eventually something happens, and then they fall in love in the retribution. But with this movie, it was kind of like, well, they both had issues, their own separate issues that we discover throughout the movie, and they have their own mutual understanding. Like, they understand each other where no one else can because of the issues they face and how that problem goes into the world, or how they view the world, how they view themselves, and what they're going to do about it. Like, so they just start instantly acting like a bunch of goobers and listing off like their medications and just saying, oh, I don't want to be here right now with like the people that they're with, so they just dip, and then they have like their own kind of first day, whatever. And eventually so with them interacting, they also find their own ways of healing with themselves, and I found that to be really beautiful. Like, you can kind of see how Pat, or Bradley Cooper, is changing throughout the movie, and the more he interacts with Tiffany and the rest of the cast members throughout the movie, like with his family. I'm going to assume this takes place over weeks or months in the timeline of the movie, because the way they do it, it's definitely a little fast, but that's not that's something that movie's got a movie. I thoroughly enjoyed the interactions between Pat and Tiffany, because I found it to be, I mean, I guess real and unique in terms of love story because of how they portray the issues and then how they solve them. Like, the more that they do constructive activities, the more that they're talking about their issues, they also grow outside of their relationship, like with family, friends, even strangers, and I guess themselves. And I found that to be really beautiful throughout the movie. I didn't know much about the movie except for like trailers or the descriptions that go into it on like Netflix. This was definitely one of those movies that took a while for me to watch, but finally saw it. And I guess a note on the cinematography. It seemed pretty normal. They didn't really do much editing outside of, well, obviously the camera work and different types of shots for our camera shots. But they kept it relatively minimal, which I did like for the feeling of the film. Just pretty much showing the interaction with characters, flipbacks. But the main highlight of this movie, especially, is the portrayal of emotions, because like Robert De Niro, who's the father of Pat, he's like a needy a needy dad. You know, I don't want to give any spoilers, but pretty much just he's been wanting to, you know, interact with his son, and he absolutely loves football. Kind of like tied that back to my own family a little bit with the sentiment of football and spending time together. No, I mean, it was just a great acting. And then the mom is kind of like, you know, she's concerned about her son. She loves him, wants the best for him, and she doesn't want to get in, like, just wants to be careful with the son, who is, well, he can get manic and just has a lot of these comedic situations and also scary situations that that Pat faces. I just feel like it should be noted that with the climax of the film, I guess expectations for how I thought the movie was gonna go, like in the cliche forms where, oh, they're reaching this goal, but then they actually get like double or triple the amount of rewards they thought they were gonna get, and then, oh, it's so happy, oh my gosh. No, that's kind of like they got what they expected, but that kind of made it even more satisfying with how what they decided to do despite getting what they wanted. I want you guys to watch the movies for yourselves, because I just thought it was an absolutely phenomenal and extraordinary with the acting in this film, or playing each character respectively, earning their own right as phenomenal actor or actress. Also, Chris Tucker is absolutely awesome in this film. Like, he's just like pretty much a cameo character the entire time, and he's a true friend to Pat, the main character. I just love Chris Tucker. I mean, he just did a great job portraying the character he had. I don't know how much I guess I don't really know how much he made off this or how big of a part he wanted in this film, but he played his part so well. I won't say how or what he did, but he's just I guess that kind of character that just keeps coming back even though he's not supposed to be there. But yeah, I think I'm gonna give this movie 8.5 out of 10. The 0.5 because, again, the phenomenal acting. I'm not gonna give it I don't want to give it a 9 because it's not like an absolute masterpiece, but it's extraordinary with how they portray the characters and the interactions. So I think that'll be it for today. I don't know, I just want to try this out. Let me know what you think of this movie too. Have you seen it yet? And if you want to see it, come back to this video and let me know what you think of my review. And that'll be it for today, guys, so catch you later.